Hello and welcome. Conservative View from New Hampshire is a daily podcast where we shine a light on the happenings of the day. Conservative View from New Hampshire is a proud partner of and contributor to the Liberty Loft. My name is Ray Cardello, and I'm your host for today's podcast. So let's get started with today's commentary for April 10th, 2022. This is episode 4 of season 10. Harris and Jackson are not cause for celebration. Again, we find ourselves living in parallel universes. As Joe Biden introduced Ketanji Brown Jackson on the lawn of the White House, he explained this day and this event was the reason he chose to run for president for the third time. He lamented about the 20 hours of questions in front of the Senate, some of them obscene and insulting. 20 hours is trivial for a lifetime appointment. And he obviously does not remember the tone of the Kavanaugh hearing. But he does not remember much these days, for those questions were obscene and insulting. Biden is working very hard to convince America that the questions Jackson was asked about why she was so lenient in her sentencing of those convicted of trafficking child porn, he feels the questions about her voluntarily defending terrorists at Guantanamo were offensive. He thinks that a woman being asked to define the word woman is out of line. These areas of inquiry involved actions by Jackson as an attorney or a judge. These are the areas we should be concerned about when considering someone wanting to be an associate justice of the Supreme Court. Apparently, Joe Biden thinks the questions about drinking, the diary, and alleged sexual assault that Kavanaugh faced were more appropriate and more fitting of a former justice or a future justice of the Supreme Court. Biden must think that fabricating false events, victims, and accusers to ruin a man's character and life is within the purview of the U.S. Senate and the confirmation process. He feels ecstatic about the mastery of Dick Durbin to orchestrate the strategy to get the justice approved. All he had to do was keep the Democrats in line. He lauded Chuck Schumer's job for holding the caucus together. And again, they just had to get the Democrats to vote for Jackson. He praised Senators Collins, Murkowski, and Romney for having the character to cross the aisle. Does this mean he feels the other 47 Republican senators who voted no lack character? I want to be consistent with Jackson as I was with Harris. I am offended by the Biden process in selecting these two women. It is illegal to single out a particular group of people for any reason. If it is racism to not choose a person because of their color, then it is also racism to choose a person because of the color. Had these two people been selected because they were the most qualified of all considered, we could and should celebrate them. Chosen because they check off two boxes, woman, which they can't define, and color, is wrong, and it should be called out. Why does the left allow this racism? Don't they see that this type of preferential treatment and selection based on color is damaging to the mission of equal treatment? Biden and Harris both alluded to more equitable representation for women and minorities by blacks, specifically black women, appointed to the bench. If that is the case, let's have a white court and a court that only hears cases involving people of color. No, how about we insist on jurists ruling based on the Constitution, as if they were wearing blindfolds? That is their job, and we should insist on that, or removal is an option. Thank you for joining me today. You have been listening to Conservative View from New Hampshire, a proud partner of the Liberty Loft. We hope you have enjoyed today's podcast and will share it with a friend. Until tomorrow, make the best of yourself and your day.